Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Constance the Reader. New shirt alert. Yeah, y'all know we're a little backlight over here. So yeah, they got me again on manhwa shop on TikTok. What can I do? I just got a Shin Gun one. And I think I saw they did a new one. I might be going back for 5th and 6th, I don't know. But it's a new reading vlog time. We've got a bit to talk about. I'm gonna try really hard to like get really, super motivated about reading. But we're gonna talk about what I have read. So, and it's not that much, so I'm sorry. I read The Long Summer of August 31st, Volume 1. I got this in my Hansama box, I think last month or the month before. This was actually really cute, and I do want to continue on with the series. Basically, these two people in like a seaside town are reliving the same day, August 31st, and they've been reliving it for about a month now, and they haven't been together the whole month. I think it was like more towards the end of the month that they've been reliving this, when they finally realized that someone else is reliving the same day. And at first I thought, I don't know if I'm gonna, I mean, I'm gonna finish it, but I don't know if I'm gonna continue reading it, because the male lead is like, I think I know why we're reliving this, because I have regrets and I never had a girlfriend. I never slept with anybody. So I was like, oh, is this gonna get pervy? Which, y'all know I don't really mind pervy, but I was wanting something a little bit more like wholesome, and it actually is really wholesome. And even though it may very well be the fact that he hasn't had luck with the girls when he's in school, he goes to an all-boys school, I really like the female main character. I think she is very, very sweet, very cute. I am seeing that there's going to be a romance developing between them as time goes on. And this one was a really cute first volume, so I definitely want to continue on with that series. One that I mentioned that I was like in the middle of reading but hadn't finished in the last reading vlog was The Feisty Omega and His Twin Mates. Ooh, let's get into it. This was good. I can't wait till the second one comes out. And the second one comes out towards the end of the year, I think. I can't wait to get into the next one. Because as I mentioned in the last one, what did I say I wanted? I was tired of these little like bait and switches making me think that someone's getting dicked down by two dudes who happen to look alike. Maybe they're twins, I don't know. And then it's just a man with split personality disorder. I don't want to see that shit really that much. I've been bait and switched many a time, and I mean, I still finish them. Not so much I'm loved by the two fiancés, my two fiancés. I haven't really continued on with that, although I am curious to see where that's going to go. But this delivered, because it is two twins and it is one Omega, and they are all together, not all together, but like, in the middle. I enjoyed this. I enjoyed this a lot. I really like how different the brothers are, but like similar at the same time. But the thing is that one of them might not actually be a fated mate with our Omega. They both bite him, but it seems like he might actually not, one of them might not be the one who is the fated mate of him. So hopefully nobody goes crazy, because that's what usually happens in these, is like if you leave your fated mate, you go crazy as the Omega or whatever. But at the same time, if they were never really your fated mate to begin with, will you be crazy at that point? I don't know, because they both bit him. I don't know the lore and all of the rules when it comes to Omegaverse, because everyone is different, but I enjoyed this. If you want something real freaky, yeah, this will do it. This will definitely do it. What have I started that's manhwa? Ooh, okay. I did start something really fun. So I got approved for like the first chapter of a manhwa. I think it's For the Love of a Walk or something. Love for a Walk. So I got approved for that on NetGalley, and I really liked the first chapter. So I went ahead and started reading it on Webtoon. I've made it pretty far. I don't remember where I'm reading it on my phone, so it's not translating to my iPad, but this has been really, really cute. I would definitely recommend it for like a fun little straight romance. It's been good. I've enjoyed myself. Yeah, I haven't really read much else though, and I'm kind of disappointed in myself for that one, but we will be reading more, of course, because we simply must. Now, let's see. I've caught up on the stuff that I was supposed to read that was coming out. I've caught up on a lot of the manhwa that, I'm reading weekly. So no no new thing there. I caught up on Ponds Where Flowers Fall. Lord. I also, yesterday I got into Incomplete Combustion. Why is his penis purple? Okay, I can't let that slide because I had a lot to say about what's his face from Hounds of Sisyphus. That was frightening. I don't understand why his is so big and so purple. It doesn't need to look like that, okay? You know, when they had that big red one from Cash or Credit, it did not need to be all that red. And then eventually we got back to a normal flesh-colored penis. I don't understand all this like engorged purple situation. I don't think that that doesn't seem natural to me. So we gotta fix that because I don't want to see the fucking, I don't like it. I don't. Moving on. I did start but didn't finish Destroy All Humans, They Can't Be Regenerated, Volume 1. I'm definitely gonna like this series, and I should, since I have the first 5 volumes. That's just typical of me. I'm buying them and I haven't started it, so let's hope I do like it. But this is really, really, really cute. I didn't realize that this was gonna take place in 1998, and it's basically like, I mean, to simplify it down, 2 young people in the 90s, one who's very like fandom forward, like they like Magic the Gathering, and another one who is hiding the secret that they are like damn near a pro. Not like pro, like playing it at like a pro level, but you know, they're at the comic shop, they're dueling all these other older men, and they're winning, and you would never think that that was that person's personality based off how we first meet them in the book. And it's been really fun. This is really cute, and I definitely want to continue on with this series because it's a bit of a romance, I think. Like, it's definitely going to be building there. And, I mean, at the very least, they're going to become closer friends. And I just left off on the place where they're spending, like, the end of the world day together. And that's been fun. So, obviously, I'm going to get into Volume 2. I already have that pulled. All right, so I want to read Spacewalking with You and Senpai is an Otonoko. Both of these are from my Hansama box, but I also got approved for them on NetGalley, so I definitely want to read them. And honestly, I think that this video needs to mostly be me going through my NetGalley stuff and reading it. We won't get into everything that like I got approved for on NetGalley. I also just recently got approved, like auto-approved from Yen Press, so that's so exciting. But I do really need to focus back on NetGalley because what the fuck, like, it's exciting, so I need to read those things. So we're gonna go through this quick. Okay, Titan's Bride Volume 7, we will be reading. Let's just hold all this stuff up. Pink Candy Kiss, Takahashi and the Bike Shop Volumes 1 and 2. I have to reread Volume 1. Seventh Prince Volume 6. That Time I Got Stuck to the Guy I Hate. After God Volume 3. Though I Am an Inept Villainess Volume 6 and 7. I have to reread 6. This is ambitious, I know. So for newer series to me that I haven't started, I'm going to read the first 2 volumes of Kamen Rider Kuga. So this, yeah. I definitely saw this on somebody, I can't remember whose video I saw it on. This was a long time, no, not a long time ago, it was like last year. They were doing a manga tour and they showed those, so I instantly got them because again, that's all it takes. But I think I mentioned that I wanted to reread this in the last vlog, but I will be rereading it for this vlog, and that is volumes 1 through 8 of Tokyo Aliens. The 9th volume comes out towards the end of the year, and maybe I shouldn't reread this. Maybe, now that I'm thinking about it, maybe I shouldn't read this until I'm getting closer to the volume 9 release. I don't know. At least for now, I have these pulled, and I'd like to reread the series because I'm like 2 volumes behind. I don't think I read volume 7, and I really liked the series when I first started it, but I can't remember a lot of it, and more of the story was kind of like blossoming, and I feel like I'm going to be very lost if I don't start it from the beginning. So we'll see what happens there. And yeah, there's obviously a good chance that I will be picking up something random because I can't help myself. I literally just went to Books A Million and got new releases, so there's a good chance I might pick some of those up. Forgive me, but I'll keep this short. We're gonna get into these. The next time you'll see me, I will hopefully have read, let's go for six manga and get into some manhwa. I still also need to continue on with Villains Are Destined to Die. So you guys will see me soon. We will be talking about what I read. I'm gonna really hunker down, keep the phone on the tripod so that I get the job done, because that's been the struggle for me this week. I've just been scrolling. Not good. Not good for a reading blog we're supposed to be reading. But yeah, you guys, I fucked up. I don't even remember when I first talked to you guys. Obviously, it was light outside. Okay, it was the day. It is now nighttime. We've gone over this. I'm a mood reader. All it takes is for something to get me excited for like 1 second. And I'm obsessed. And I finished Destroy All Humans, They Can't Be Regenerated, the first volume. Y'all knew I already had volume 2 out, so I read that. And then I read volume 3. And I'm about to read volume 4. And I thought, oh, this is perfect because I have the 5th volume. I don't have the 5th volume. The 5th volume doesn't come out until October. Oh my God. And then the last volume doesn't come out until next year. And honestly, once again, this is just not fair to me. It's not fair to myself. Like, I've done this to myself. But honestly, I guess it's okay. This is absolutely fantastic. I'm obsessed with this now. I feel sick that I'm going to read volume 4 and I'm going to have to wait. I mean, damn, it's not even barely at July, at the end of July. I have 2 months until October and I don't even remember what day in October it comes out. It felt like I was seeing this get released like every month and now no, and that really pisses me off. I don't play Magic the Gathering. This is what this is about. I actually think I'm going to get the first volume for my friend Process, who plays Magic the Gathering and like builds decks. And a lot of the time when me and my husband hang out with Process, he ends up getting like some type of deck and he opens it. Like Devin has been collecting the One Piece deck for a while. So I think he would really, really like this series, but oh my God, y'all hear that? Y'all hear all that thunder, don't you? It's shaking the house and I don't like it. Y'all know I don't like storms. Oh my God, where do I even begin with this? So it's following 2 middle schoolers and they're essentially rivals, but only one is like actively and openly competing with the other. And it's, damn, now I can't remember anybody's name. All right, so Hajime is the guy in, what's her name? Sawatari is the girl. So she's usually number 1 at the top of like exams and tests and everything. And they like when they met years ago, he was like, we're rivals, and she was like, no, we're not, bitch. And he's really disliked her ever since. And in school, he's been playing Magic the Gathering with his friends, and she's really scoffed at him and like, I don't want to say she's made fun of him, but she's been kind of nasty to him a bit because, you know, she's claiming that it's so beneath her. Well, he ends up going to this new comic shop and that are selling Magic the Gathering cards and then also like doing tournaments with each other. And who does he see but Sawatari, Emmy, basically cleaning the house with these grown men. Okay, she's whooping ass, okay? And it's revealed that that's like her secret thing, that she does not share that with anyone. And she tries to have the perfect persona when she's at school. She tries to have the top marks, all that stuff. She clearly has like a very strict home life, which I almost wonder is like a bit abusive. We're not sure yet, but they definitely like are so hard on her when she's just trying to be a kid. That's sad. I feel bad for kids like that. I mean, I could have done a little bit better in school. Okay, I definitely slacked off a bit, but I'm really thankful that my mom never, you know, was just, didn't allow me to be a kid. You know what I mean? Like, especially middle school, like education is important, but you know, you still have to let your kids be kids. Who am I? They kind of, you know, she swears him to secrecy. They duel it out. Obviously she beats his ass, and basically she's like, they develop this friendship as time goes on. That's a secret. And they're clearly developing feelings for each other, and neither of them is like coming out and saying it outright. But now, oh God, they've both been confronted with other people liking the other one. So Sawatari is confronted with, oh man, what's her name again? Damn, I can't remember her name. this other girl who plays Magic the Gathering that they met at a tournament, who Hajime thinks is a boy based off the way she's dressed at first, but she's a girl. And basically all three of them become friends. But when they end up separated at a school field trip, he ends up running into her, and she is kind of whisked away by his male friend. Sinister Sick. I don't like him, and I hope he goes away. Fuck you, dude. And that's why I'm freaking the fuck out, because I have to read volume 4. So when she's trying to get the details about what happened on the trip, she basically is like, well, I didn't know, do you like him? Because like, she basically is like, I like him. It's clear. She's not ready to admit that. I don't even think she's necessarily ready to admit that to herself either. He finds out that his friend has a crush on her, but it seems that when that friend finds out that they're closer than he has shared, it almost feels like he's doing it on purpose. I mean, obviously those Sawatari and the other guy, Kurashima, I think his name is, they're pretty well liked. I would say they're fairly popular. Kurashima is a little bit more likable than Sawatari because she's Miss Perfect to everyone, so they just feel like she's very stuck up and very snobby. But obviously, like, there's a little bit more to it than that, and she has to not only put up appearances like at school, but it's also, I think, for her safety and freedom at home. If she does not present as the perfect student, kid, whatever, she gets grounded and then everything is taken from her. I'm just thankful my mom was not like that. Thank you, Mom, who's watching this. I really appreciate you. You did not treat me that way. But at the end of this one, oh God, I'm so fucking mad. And I hate this. I was not a young boy, so I don't know, you know, what happened with the dude friends when we were younger, but like, I hate it just because it always sucks. It never ends out right. But like, Hajime and Kurashima, it's revealed Kurashima has a crush on Sawatari. I really don't think it's for the right reasons personally, but he's like, I'll duel you, Hajime, because I'm serious and I'm gonna go for her. But you had a girlfriend, bitch. Make up with your fucking ex-girlfriend and leave her alone. So they decide to duel, and this is my problem, because Hajime, like, he loves Magic the Gathering so much, but he isn't playing it the same way that Kurashima is. And look at me, getting invested in Magic the Gathering, something I don't like and I don't want to play. I tried to play once and I'm just not interested. Oh my God. So obviously Kurashima is going to beat Hajime. And what I was trying to get at is I hate when stuff like this happens, because you're not even asking Sawatari what she would want, because y'all are just assuming that she's just going to go for whoever wins, right? So like, if Kurashima wins, well, naturally she's just going to date me. Hajime, I think, has the most, like, I mean, the bet is basically whoever wins, like, stops pursuing her. But the reality is that Hajime is not pursuing Sawatari, like, day to day romantically. They are friends. Are the rules that Kurashima is trying to set that he will have to leave Sawatari alone forever? That's just so sad. And now it's like Kurashima knows this thing about Sawatari. He knows that she plays Magic the Gathering, something that she's been trying to keep secret. He's been investigating, fucker, and all up in her fucking business. And what y'all think you're gonna play Magic the Gathering together like she does with Hajime? Fuck you, fuck you. And you know what? I wanna. It's just, God, I don't want to see what happens. Please, God in heaven. Oh God, oh God, oh God. Don't do that. Calm down, Connie. Okay. I want to cry. I don't want that to happen. Anyway, I just recently got volume 4. So I need to open the back so I can see what Magic the Gathering card I got. God. When I talked to my friend Process and I showed him these, because I talked to him about this series a while ago, I mentioned it and I showed him 2 of the cards that were back here. I guess these are all like generic cards that just like you can play. So in this volume I got Vol Take Key. And then in the previous one, I got duress, which I am feeling currently. I am very, very duressed right now. I don't know if I'm using that correctly, but I am very, very upset and I want to scream, cry, and throw up. And I might later. So I didn't quite get to 6 before I talk to you guys, but I had to talk about this one. Oh my God. Oh my God. The thing is like, I don't want them to explore other people. Now, the only thing I will say, I'm actually not mad at the possibility of Hajime exploring this chick. Everybody's the same age, even though she looks very young. They're all the same age, they're all middle school. Oh my God, but that's not gonna happen, right? Oh my God, what if she ends up with Kurashima? Hajime's alone. They're going to like hang out, but you know they're not gonna get together. You know they're not, because he's gonna be loyal to her and he's just gonna be alone, and because he's gonna lose his friend too. I really hope that doesn't happen. Oh God, I'm really pissed. And it hasn't even happened yet. I don't even know, but I'm mad. I'm so angry. So we're about to read this. I have to know. And then we'll move on. What time is it? Let me look at my iPad. It's 10 o'clock at night. God. Why do I have to wait till October? This is Viz. I need to talk to somebody. Somebody talk to them for me and say, please give her volume 5 and 6 and 7. Please. All right, I'll be right back. I'm literally gonna read it right here and then I'm gonna turn the fucking camera on because I am gonna be upset. So please don't piss me off, volume 4. I'll be right back. Okay, everything's fine. I've only read this much. I was about to be very mad. I want to say this though. One thing I really like about this, even though I have no idea what the fuck is going on, I love the way when, let me put a bookmark in here so I can don't lose my thought. I like when they're playing, like when they're actively playing and we're watching it happen. It's like, I don't know, like fucking, what the fuck is that, Yu-Gi-Oh? You know, they're just having fun. Where was that one I was thinking of? Like, they're like actively, like it's cute because it's like they're actively battling like the imagination and shit. That must be nice to have an imagination. I feel like I lost mine a long time ago. Yeah. So yeah, that's really cool. Like it's really, like you see the characters that they're playing. Everything's fine though. I'm not mad. Not gonna give anything away, but everything's gonna be okay. And I'm not going to have to scream, cry, throw up. Well, anything can happen, but that situation is actually okay. And I don't need to be mad, so. Yeah. Sorry for overreacting. Okay, I'm gonna finish this volume. Then I'm going to retire to the boudoir and start reading some manhwa because I have not read anything in a while. What have I read? I need to start Private Call again because somebody's getting married. So I'm going to actually restart that from the beginning because I really like Private Call. And I don't know. Did Tears of a Withered Flower come out today? Because I noticed that did not. Let's see. Because I saw people posting shit on Twitter and I hate when they do that. And then the shit that I'm trying to see, they don't have on there. Don't do that to me. Don't do it. Let's see. Are you gonna load? Where's 61? Where's chapter 61 for me? I'm not seeing it. I don't know. What's going on with people being like, look, I'm gonna tell you this. Tears on the Withered Flower, it's still chugging along, okay? Like, I don't know. I've never like tapped a tree for sap or whatever the fuck, you know, not honey, syrup. But I imagine it's not super fast. So that's what it feels like. Just like, well, maybe if there's a lot in there, it kind of pours out. It's moving very slow. And I'm confused where everybody's like, women aren't built like that. I actually have a friend who does have the shape of Heisu, and it is natural, although it wouldn't really matter if it wasn't, but I don't know. It's just like the criticism of the way that the people are drawn. I just find that interesting because I just find her very, like, very pretty, but like the shape of what a woman would look like and not like pencil thin, which I mean, some women do look like that as well. I don't understand. I don't understand where that's coming. Like, yeah, she got some big old head, she's got a big old hidden butt, but you know, women do look like that sometimes. So I don't know. I just find that interesting. Is anyone noticing that online? Where it's like a lot of people are like redrawing her and then they're redrawing her face. And I'm like, what's wrong with her face? Okay, so she has big ass eyeballs and like a pouty mouth. Pretty much all the women in there look like that. I don't know what's going on with that. Like, I'm not seeing enough people. I don't get it. I don't understand where that hate is coming from with the way she's drawn, and then be like, women aren't. Look, if we're gonna talk about the way some women are drawn, and I like One Piece, what the fuck is going on with them? Okay, it's all just fucking make believe. It's just something that someone drew. It's not that serious. Okay, I don't know. I don't mind not to go on a rant, but where the fuck is Tears on a Withered Flower? I need to know. I don't even know when Wet Sand comes out. I never know when that comes out. Is it every Friday or not? I don't know, because on Tappy Tune it says every Wednesday, but it's not coming out every Wednesday, so what the fuck? Anyway, yeah, we'll get into it later. I've got some things on the roster that I need to read. Yeah, I do have quite a bit. Fuck, dude, I also need to read. I need to get back into Uncold Love. I don't even know what this is. What the hell? I didn't even finish Guild Member Next Door. I got a lot of stuff going on. Not even touching what's going on here. I don't even know how many tabs are open. I have 174 tabs open on my cell phone of manhwa I'm reading. It's sick. All the stuff that's in my to-read list on Webtoon now, all the stuff that I'm getting reminded about on TappyToon, like you thought that shit was, but that's 2 stacks right there. It never ends. It's never ending. So stop the yapping, girl. I'll see you guys in a minute. We'll talk about whatever it is I decide to read, and when I hopefully finish Destroy All Humans, Volume 4, we're just gonna get right into it. And then I have a long day tomorrow. I have to work, but I am seeing my friend Tamana. So that'll be really fun. I'm looking forward to it. Long weekend ahead of work. I hate that. But yeah, I'll see you guys in a second. Hey everybody, another new shirt alert. So yeah, we're back. Today's Tuesday, the 22nd, I think. We're gonna rapid fire what I have read because we still have a lot to read. So bear with me. It was a Jinx day today. Exactly what I was hoping for. We got the background on Jake Young. It's exactly what I thought it was going to be. It's exactly the person I thought was going to be the one terrorizing him. But I just really appreciate people on Twitter because there's a scene where he's younger and he's calling on the payphone to his mom. And then someone pointed out that like episodes ago, when it was his birthday, I think, he tried to call someone they didn't pick up. Was it his mother? Bitch. I'm just so excited where Jinx is going. I just know that I'm going to be, one, pleased as we continue, pleased with the ending. I just know I will. I hope I will. Oh God, like I actually am kind of scared because you never know. But anyway, we've read a lot. Let's get into it. I'm going to try to be really, really quick about it. Okay, Alpha Wolf Girl and Omega Wolf Boy, Volume 4. I'm pretty sure that this is basically the end, although you could probably continue on with the story a bit, you know. Nice conclusion. I will say, reading that very first volume, getting to this now, I really never expected the story to turn into this. So it's been a fun ride. It's been very dark. I will say that. If you're interested in reading this, like, you really should check the trigger warnings. There's a lot of SA and rape in this. The world is, this Omega-verse world is very like anti-Omega people, unfortunately. And I hate that. I hate that kind of Omega-verse personally. Not that I've read like too much, but like I know the kinds that I like and the kinds I don't really like. And I don't like when it's so like anti-Omega or bigoted to Omegas or stuff. Like, that's just sad. But I love where this has gone. I love their relationship. It was a good like ending conclusion, especially because it's like, you know, people just they really pissed me off. Her father, that whole storyline, I tell you what, people need to calm down. That's all I'll say about that. I'm not going to give too much away, but people really need to stop being so petty, vindictive, nasty. Go to like a therapist and work through those feelings, because a lot of that shit shouldn't have happened. Moving on. Senpai is an Otonoko. I will absolutely be continuing on with this series. I think this is really, really cute. This is full color, which I thought was really nice. Basically, we're following our main character. He is a young boy. I believe they're all in middle school, and he dresses like a girl. From what I understand just from this, like, he does not identify as a girl. He identifies as a boy who likes to cross-dress in women's clothing, and he's kind of used to people being very cruel to him, wanting to date him as a joke, but he encounters another middle schooler who wants to ask him out. And when he exposes, you know, hey, like, I'm not a girl, it's a girl also. The person who wants to date him and like confesses to him is a girl. And usually it's been boys in the past. He, you know, lets her know, like, I'm actually a boy. And she's like, wait, so you're telling me like I could have the best of both worlds? And their relationship is slowly growing. I just really liked this. I'm liking him. I like the girl who likes him. I feel really bad because it's interesting that he gets to be himself at school, but when he goes home, he is not. And it's because even though I think his mom really means well, you know, I don't know that she would be cruel to him, but we don't know yet. But her mentality is, oh, well, you know, boys like blue, boys like dinosaurs, boys don't really like pink, boys don't really like dolls. You know, you want to do these things. I'm hoping that if it ever comes out that he's been doing this, she accepts it and is not cruel to him. But when he goes home, he dresses as a boy. And it's just really sad. Now, I will say the only character that I'm not like super fond of is his male best friend who he knew when they were in elementary school, because he is jealous of the relationship that's growing between him and the girl. But it's because he likes the girl version of his best friend, but he's not a girl. So he makes all these comments like at the other lead, the female lead, who's like, oh no, I really like him. I would like to date him, blah, 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 like confessing all this stuff. And he makes comments like, well, there's no way that you could like him. There's no way that you could like him, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, you want to question people's motives, but you don't see him for who he really is, really, because the truth is he thinks that two guys liking each other is not normal, but you are like, fantasizing. I don't want to say fantasizing. I don't know the right word for it, but you would ask him out if he were a girl, not a boy who cross-dresses. And that's fine, you know, no judgment there necessarily, but who are you? Who are you to question her motives when she is being honest and likes both sides of him? Thank you very much. But I will be continuing this. It was really good. Next, Spacewalking with You, Volume 1. I will be continuing this, and I know that I will be emotional as I continue to read it, which is hard. I like almost cried a few times reading this. I think that this is just going to be this is going to be a hard read in a good way, if that makes sense. Basically, you've got these two friends. Oh, fuck, I can never remember anybody's name. I hate that about myself. Okay, what's his name? Okay, so you have Uno. He is a new transfer student to this school with Kobayashi, right? Yes. So Kobayashi is the blonde and Uno is the brunette. And I might forget their names, so I might go blonde, brunette. But Uno is new. He is pretty loud, like he's a loud talker. He seems very enthusiastic, but to a lot of people, he seems very weird. And he carries around this notebook, which he writes like lists and stuff. And he loses it quite a bit, unfortunately. And obviously I'm not a doctor, but like I'm assuming that Uno is on the spectrum in some way. He might be a bit autistic. And this is like the first time Kobayashi is the first person who has been genuinely nice to him, wants to understand him, and gives him back his notebook. And that's a really big deal. Kobayashi is seen as a delinquent and, oh, he just doesn't care about school. He's a loser. He has these part-time jobs that he keeps unfortunately getting fired from because clearly he's not getting trained very well, but he also doesn't retain information. and he has a hard time asking for help because he feels embarrassed. And then he gets even more embarrassed when he does something wrong. So he ends up getting fired or quitting, and it's just like a shitty cycle for him. So their budding friendship now is kind of helping both of them, right? So Kobayashi is taking a page out of Uno's notebook, writing down lists, asking for help, being more vulnerable. And Uno is, I think, he definitely seems like he may have experienced like a abusive household. Like he lives with his older sister, but where are the parents? I wonder if his parents argued a lot, and maybe not were physically abusive to him, but were a little bit verbally, possibly the mom. And Kobayashi is helping Uno kind of like take a breath, not feel like he has to run and hide when he hears loud noises, like just kind of slowly, you know, work through these like big feelings that it seems like most people, not his sister, get kind of annoyed with. So there are like little moments that happen in this that made me really get emotional, because I thought, oh, this friendship is blooming in a way that I find very beautiful and will be very healing, especially for Kobayashi, because the more vulnerable he is and the more he's willing to ask and also be like, I am embarrassed. I am embarrassed that I'm not doing that good in school, and I want to do better. I really liked that. So Spacewalking with You, I will be continuing with that series because it's really good. And I would recommend it. Now, I finally finished Destroy All Humans. They Can't Be Regenerated, Volume 4. Y'all saw me have some issues the last time we talked. I was freaking the fuck out. I know for a fact this is probably going to be one of my favorite series that I've started this year. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be having all the volumes by the end of it, but that's okay. The way this ended was really good. I'm really enjoying the fact that it is like from the 90s. Obviously, I was a kid in the 90s. I did not play Magic the Gathering, but like I remember the things that I found really interesting and was really cool, and me and my friends like bonded on. And I just love this. I love their relationship. I love where it's going. We're about to be introduced to someone who helped or taught Sawatari how to play MTG. So, you know, a new person who might kind of get in the middle of them in a way, but this is really good. I'm enjoying it. I literally just finished volume 3 of After God. I will be continuing. I'm going to pick up 4, and I think I just recently got 5. I need to, because a lot is going on and I'm forgetting things. So I do need to be a little bit more, I need to be better about sticking with the series. And I got a reading journal, so I'm going to be taking notes and stuff. I might even annotate in this one because there's a lot going on, but sad outcome, not what I was expecting. Really didn't expect the ending that way, so that was disappointing. Pink Candy Kiss Volume 2. I don't know if I like Emma. Okay, she's kind of pissing me off. She's pissing me off a little bit, and I don't know where we're going with this, and I don't know if I'm gonna like it. I don't know if I'm gonna like it, but nice continuation, I guess. But I don't know. There's something about Emma. I don't know. Like she's either bi or she is a lesbian married to a man, and they, you know, that's just how it is. She might be bisexual. I'm not sure. We're going to see, but like the very end, what's her name? Takara. So she finally goes to a lesbian bar because she's like, look, I think I am not going to be with men anymore. Like, I think I purely am a lesbian, and not purely, but you know what I mean, that I am a lesbian. But she still has these feelings for Emma, and she sees someone who looks like Emma. But at the same time, Emma has been saying like, oh, it's all my fault. Like, I think that she has affairs on her husband with other women, and it's just for sex. It's just to fulfill like what she doesn't have in her marriage with a man. But what are you going to get your friend involved in? Like, she has real true feelings for Emma. I don't think that she wants to have an affair. She wants to just be in a relationship with Emma. So it's like, I don't want her to stick around and like pine for her. She should really find, I don't know, who am I? I mean, if they're really meant to be, then they're meant to be, but I just don't know if I like the dynamic between their friendship. And it kind of reminds me of Run Away With Me Girl. And I didn't mind that story, but at the same time I thought, oh, I almost want, No, I mean, it ended okay. It ended okay. Obviously, the circumstances were a little different with the woman who was married to the man because he was abusive verbally and physically. And she was pregnant. What the fuck? But in this one, I don't know if I trust Emma. That's really what it boils down to. I don't know if I trust her, and I don't know if I like her. So whenever volume 3 comes out, we will see. Then I read That Time I Got Stuck to the Guy I Hate. 5 stars. I really enjoyed this. Yeah. If this has like a continuation, I would love to see it. I loved the ending. Oh, I love when people like always liked each other. Like, well, one person always liked the other. And I like that. I really, really like that. That's like one of my favorite tropes. But yeah, I thought this was really cool. I didn't know what to make of the fact that they did get stuck with each other, but I liked the explanation for what happened and why. And then eventually why they can't get stuck together. I like that. Yes. Yes, I really liked this. This was very cute. I loved these 2 main characters too. And then for manga, yes, I read volume 7 of The Titan's Bride. And I talked about how there was a new couple together, and I did like that. I did like that. But everybody still likes Koji. And I get it. I mean, I get why. But yes, the story is getting good. I think volume 8 might be the last one. I'm not sure. But if this egg don't hatch soon, I know it does because I saw on Twitter somebody posted screen grabs from it. So I know that the thing hatches at some point. But, I mean, we all knew it was going to fucking hatch. But still. Now, I'm almost done with volume 6 of The Seventh Prince. I do want to finish this because now that Dev and I are watching the anime again and it's back, it's surpassed, like, it's gone past volume 6. So now I'm behind and I was ahead before. So I don't know why, but that bothers me. Now, as far as what I read, that was manhwa. I was thinking, oh damn, I almost don't have any battery here. So I didn't write anything down. My bad. Let me see. Okay, let's go to the app really quick. So I caught up on stuff yesterday on Monday. Love at First Fright, good. It basically Love at First Fright is over, and we are now going into side stories. I really, really like Love at First Fright. I would definitely recommend it. It's very cute. It's on the shorter side. I actually was wondering, like, how is this gonna end? Just for me to get the final chapter. So that made me happy. Backlight was on hiatus every 4 episodes now. Are you kidding me? It was already hard enough when it was 5, and now it's gone down to 4. It's okay, but I don't know what the ending is. Like, how close are we to the end? I have no idea. Oh my god. I already said Jinx. I didn't say Shutline, but I did read that. You Are So Lovely. Don't get me started upon. Oh my god, I love that one. Did we talk about Legroom? I think we might have, but just in case I'm thinking that I did, I didn't realize that a bunch of side stories had come out, so I got into those, thankfully. I kept like, so I didn't realize that I didn't have, so like on the Lezen app, I didn't realize that I could base my purchases off of the history when it was released. So Legroom was still there, and I had bought everything, but it still had, you know, usually when you purchase everything, there's a little icon that says purchased all, and it wasn't there anymore. And finally, I don't know why, I just decided like, well shit, there's more. Yeah, we got into Legroom and I like that. Let's see, today is the 22nd, so, oh, did Mr. A's Farm come out? I don't think that comes out today. No, it's the 24th. Yeah. Other than that, okay. So what will, oh, Daytime Star, is that what that's what it's called? I did start reading that because I wanted to read something complete. We're going to be hopefully reading all of that today. I want to finish what I have left of Operation True Love and Love for a Walk, I think. What truck is out there making all that noise? Oh my god. I don't know what that truck is for. Doesn't matter. So, what else? Okay, so I'm going to be finishing, so I'm going to start the 7th volume so I can get ahead. And then the last stuff I need to read. Okay, so everything else that's over there in that pile is, I pulled what I haven't read from Sakamoto Days, what I haven't read from Dandadan, Kaiju number 8. Those 3 things, I think it's really important for me to catch back up on those. So we will be reading those as well. But then what else I pulled was Kami-sama Kiss, Volume 3, Mobsters in Love, Volume 1, because I just wanted to read that. And then Kai X Yaku, Volume 1. Like I said, I need to read what I own. But Takahashi and the Bike Shop, or From the Bike Shop, Volume 1 and 2. And then Though I Am an Inept Villainess, 6 and 7. So I'm doing really good. Like basically that pile over there, it's 2, 4, 8. 8 from the things that I need to catch back up on. And then 11. I think that this is doable. So wish me luck. When you see me again, we will talk about those things. And hopefully I've read everything. And the phone is staying here because that has been why I have not been as productive recently. I've been scrolling on my phone. So she's going to stay on the tripod now. I'm going to sit my ass right here like I used to and really get into it. What we will be watching, I don't remember where that is. I don't know what we're going to be watching, but I'm going to pick it out soon. We'll talk about it when I get back, so see you again. Alrighty, well, this volume made me cry, damn near sob. Was not expecting a dog to die in the same way my dog died. That's not what I was expecting. And when it was coming up, I was like, oh, well, I'm going to have to put this down. And then I steeled myself. So I'm like, okay, I really do need to finish this. Cried my fucking eyes out. Oh my God. Oh my God, this was too much. I'm like, I also took an edible. So my emotions, that was probably a bad idea to finish it because when I'm like this, I could start like screech crying. So I'm going to try to really keep it together. But this was very good and very sad. And it better not be sad anymore, okay? Because I can't take that shit. That's too much. But yeah, I like this series a lot. I read volume 7 of Though I Am an Inept Villainess. This also made me cry a little. Not as much as Takahashi at the Bike Shop, but oh my God, I wish I had volume 8 already because I want to see the dastardly clan who tried to fuck with my bitch Shukaigetsu go down because they're trying to set my bitch up. And I want to see them be taken down. I want to see that because how dare you? How dare you? What has she really done? And I might get emotional. Because like my thing is, she has been through so much. I mean, she was treated so disrespectfully by her clan, by these other people. And it's like, did she really ask for this? I don't think she did, okay? And just like from the very beginning, she has just been shitted on time after time after time. Now, does she do some villainess shit? Sure. But it was reactionary. And you know what? Sometimes you have to forgive, you know, what somebody has to do, you know, reacting to your abuse. Yeah. So I really hated that for her. And just like, she can't catch a fucking break, dude. We're in volume 7 and this bitch is still getting shitted on. And it's just breaking my heart. I don't know. I need to know, like, in the end, are the feelings that people have about her, are they going to be, like, dispelled? Because I just can't stand the fact that she gets shitted on all the time. Oh, it's just breaking my heart. I can't take it. Oh, God. What else? What else did I finish? Oh, I left it. Oh, wait. I left it over there. Never mind. Why'd I gasp? Okay, what I was trying to say, I left the other thing over there. Seventh Prince. Very fun. Very fun. So, volume 6 went past the most recent episode that we watched. And it's honest, I'm just saying, dude, Seventh Prince is such a good, like, story. It's so cool. I really, really, really like it. And yeah, Lloyd is a fucking badass little fucking, I don't know, 7-year-old little shit. Is he 7 or is he 9? I can't remember. But he's a little child, and, you know, he's really doing what must be done in the name of science and magic. Okay. I don't want to do that again. I also had been watching Hostel in the background. I have not seen that movie in so long. I forgot how it ended. Damn. Let me tell you something. You can't trust rich people, okay? Rich people will do shit like that, and you know that that's what's really going on, okay? That's what's really happening. Like, you get to a level of having money where you can't be satisfied by anything, and then you start getting into some real dark and twisted stuff. That is just very clear. You know, you get rich and you lose all empathy. Now, that would never happen to me because I'm never gonna let that happen. But that's what happens to others. Not me, though. Much like I wouldn't get wrapped up in a cult, it would never happen. I would also never turn into an evil billionaire. I would only use my billions or millions or both for good, and I would fund research and shit, and I would save people, and I would actually solve world hunger, okay? And no one could buy me off, okay? And I wouldn't be corrupt at all. Period. I just know that about myself. All right, and before that happens again, I'm going to, I think I'm going to now switch over to manhwa, and I'm going to read, okay, what did I say I was going to do? Daytime Star and Operation True Love. Okay, so I'm going to read Operation True Love, try to finish it. I don't know how much longer Love for a Walk is, so I don't know if I'll finish that, but I think I'm on episode like 20 something. Okay, I got that shit. And then Daytime Star, I had just started. I think I'm on episode 20 and there's like 75. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish that before the sun goes down. But Operation True Love is about to be read. And yes, so I'll see you guys in a second. Okay, everybody. So first of all, I'm watching Lake Placid. Yeah, haven't watched that in a minute. R.I.P. to Betty White. Excuse me? Operation True Love 104, we just time skipped 9 fucking years, bitch. Excusez-moi. I'm kind of excited because now they're young adults. Dowa is an idol. No one even knows what happened to Unyo. Okay, what the hell? He just dipped out of there. You just left Sue. Why? Am I gonna have to see Raim? Oh, I don't want to see that bitch. I know I'm going to see. She's probably a prodigy now, and that's fine. But, wow, so much fucking happened, y'all. I'm freaking out. I'm consuming things. I'm also loud. Ooh, I feel like I'm yelling. Okay, bring it down, Connie. Was I yelling? I'm going to find out when I watch this back. When I watch this back on the computer, I'm going to find out that I was yelling super fucking loud. Anyway, so, yes, a lot has happened. I think I've read... Oh, man, I don't remember where I left off at, but I had just started, I think, the season that we're in. So season 2 or something. Maybe this season, I don't remember. Wait, so I think, why am I even guessing? I don't know what the hell. So anyway, so much has happened from when Unyo and Sue start to date. It's like things happen super fucking fast after the summer. And oh my God. It's like, look, now that we're 9 years later, does this mean Dowa has a chance? Does it mean he has a chance with Sue? Could they be together? That would make me happy because now I'm starting to think, isn't the whole point of the book that she's writing for is it the heroine or not? Well, for the side man character to find love, but he's in love with the main female character, I believe. Let this happen. Because the thing is that Dowa, oh my God, he needs Sue's love. Like the way that she like loves and is kind of there for people, it clearly is like a healing balm to these men and women. And he, especially because of what he went through as a kid. Also, can we talk about Unyo's dad getting exposed? What the hell, bitch? And he had the nerve to try to gaslight his son. Fuck you. Didn't get the thumb of the frame. Fuck that dude. Because how are you gonna fuck on my teacher?
you're cheating on my mom with a teacher who tries to be a little abusive. I would argue that the music teacher, she's got some type of vindictive spirit to her, and she takes it out on, how is it my fault? How is it my fault? I was deafened, okay, by your affair. This young man is just in the middle, and it shouldn't even have anything to do with him. He shouldn't even be knowing what's going on. And then he had to take care of the mom trying to kill herself. Like, what the fuck? Anyway, I hope he's, I don't know, put in prison. I hope the dad's put in prison. I know he didn't commit a crime, but I'd like to see him behind bars for his acts of violence against his family. He deserves, to the, yeah, put him in there. I was going to say gulag. I don't even know what that is. I'm going to have to look that up. Moving on. Yeah, Doha and Sue, I would love to see them together. I would like them to be in game, but let's say that does happen. I bet you Unyo's going to show up, and then he's going to basically whisk her away again, because no, I don't think he really deserves my girl. Oh, but he does. It's just so tragic because both of the guys are like, I just can't. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. I'm going a little bit too much. So I'm almost done. There's only 111 episodes in this bitch. Crazy. Then we've got, I don't know what else I'm going to finish next, but it's Tuesday. So that means at midnight, Hard-Boiled Love comes out. I hope to God. Oh, I need to look that up. They might be on a little hiatus, making me wait. And then The Rotten. So I got a lot of stuff to read. But I still got to do Villains Are Destined to Die. Whatever else I said. So we'll be back, and I will see you guys in a second. Okay, what fucking year was this? 2024, bitch. You need to come back, whoever you are. Please. Okay, so, wow. So the 9-year skip, crazy, dude. Like, that's, first of all, everybody looks fine as hell. That's what I'm saying. But what the fuck? What the fuck? She's already back in their lives. And now, when will I ever get more? When will I ever get more that this is hiatus from last year, dude? A year hiatus, damn near. I don't even know what fucking date this thing ended. I just saw the comments for 2024. And now I gotta wonder, actually, was it even shorter? Is it further back than that? I gotta look that up. I gotta research that, because what the hell? Dude. Oh my God. She's in a car alone with Unyo, and she was just with, she's just a Doha, dude. Like, I can't fucking take this anymore. I'm so tired of being hurt like this. Fucking hell. Anyway, okay. Everything's fine. We're moving on to the next thing. But I'm devastated. Because honestly, I was like, oh, I still have so much longer to go. And then I got to the hiatus, and I was like, wait, is this the end? It is, because it's trying to get me to go to the goddamn Tears on a Withered Flower. There is no next. Like, what do you mean? And this... I'm just so disappointed. Don't do this to me. I didn't even really read it. What do you mean? All right, well, I'm almost done. Devin's bringing home cookout. And yeah, it's going to be a grand old time. We're not done yet, though, y'all. We're not done. We still got a lot of reading to do, so we'll be right back.
Welcome back, everybody. It is Thursday, and it's 7:30 at night. I am being the homemaking best wife ever. Food's in there. You might hear the chicken sizzling on the stove. Yeah, I wasn't gonna do a tutorial for you guys this time like I do with the cookies, because it's just a little messy in there. But you know how it is working 9 to 5. This is my 5 to 9 after my 9 to 5. Let's talk about what I've read. I don't know if we're gonna end it yet. We probably should, because I think we're at an hour. And I keep saying I'm going to be good, and I'm not. I did kind of switch up what I wanted to read, so that's why we might continue. I can't help myself. I really can't. Let's see. Hopefully everything loaded. My notes. Wow. Do we know how to work the iPad? We've got quite a bit to talk about. Okay. I caught up on the newest episode of Wet Sand. Thank you, Jesus. We needed them to be back together, and I'm sorry if they're not in game. Someone's gonna have to be put in jail, okay? And it won't be me. So people better act right. Stranger Than Friends. I decided I'm just gonna skip all the way to the side story. I am going to read Stranger Than Friends. I know that I said I was going to do that, and I started it and I never finished it, but I was really interested in reading the side stories because I don't know, I just saw the cover and I was like, something's a little freaky. And it was in fact freaky, more than I thought it was going to be. So that's about the boss of one of the main characters, who was a little too touchy-feely. Like, I obviously, everybody noticed that. If they read it, they were like, huh. So obviously I didn't make it too far into Stranger Than Friends, but I do kind of know what happened. So the thing about the side stories is that you're following the boss's point of view, and then the guy who he's kind of seeing, or I don't know, is kind of obsessed with him. He's also kind of obsessed with him. Weird dynamic. And you're kind of seeing what was going on behind the scenes of like the main story. And I hadn't even met that dude yet. So very, very sad. Not a good ending, like not loving, right? So the boss, he's a real freak. His dad was a fucking freak, nasty fuck. And he was fucking everybody and everything. I wouldn't be surprised if we would find out he did some with how freaky that man was. So he would constantly be like getting married and then cheating on the wife. And then this last time that he, I guess, was about to get married and it wasn't successful, the woman that he was going to marry had a young son. And obviously the little kid, he's used to being with his mom, but he's just trying to put on a brave face for his mom because he's like, well, you know, I want my mom to be happy and I'll just make the best of it. So that main boss character, we're just going to call him Boss. He's older than that little brother. They're not related. They're not even related like maritally, because the marriage never happens, right? And the dad was trying to marry the wife to get with the little boy. That's what I'm saying. Like it might have got really no. So thankfully that didn't happen. But that dad's son, the boss, he knew what was going to happen. And at first he was like, it doesn't matter. Like, I don't care. It's not my business. It is your business. But he basically chokes out the little boy. He chokes out the little boy and then the engagement is off. Okay. Wouldn't have been what I did, but at least the boy was not assaulted by the father. But obviously that was traumatic to the young dude because he's like, why the fuck was I choked out? Because he doesn't know what was going on, and neither does the mom. So of course now the mom, kind of struggling, single mom now, thought she was in love. I just felt so bad for the mom. It was just so sad. And years have gone by. Her son, we're just going to call him Dan. I don't remember his name. I'm sorry. I really don't. I should have written it down. We're just going to say Dan. Dan, he's lived his life. He's a young adult now. And he finally decides, I want to try to find the guy who was supposed to be my brother because I want to know why he did that. Because it's really traumatized him. Who wouldn't be? Well, then he kind of falls for him. And apparently that the boss has always been tracking him throughout the years. Sexual, I don't know. I don't know what was going on. But they start to get into something. The boss is a sadist, I would say. And it is just fucking crazy. And it would take me too long. And I already know it's going to take too long. So basically, they get into this fucking weird, freaky thing where, obviously the boss is taking it too far with the sex. And Dan is like, well, I'm scared, but I'm just going to go along with it because I really love him, I think. Oh my God. I feel for Dan. Well, Dan thinks that the boss has a crush on the first male lead. That's not it's part of the story, but not part of the side story. And that's where all those little touches are happening. And then he's seeing that happen. He's like, oh my God, I'm going to try to be like, what's his face? The boss calls him by his employee's name. It's just crazy. And finally, Dan stands up and he says, I can't do this anymore. And he gets some years away from the boss, and then they end up running into each other. And it was just so bad. And in the end, like, yeah, they're together, but at what cost? At what cost? So I didn't really like that, but I will be reading Stranger Than Friends at some point again, because I would like to see the main people, because that's not going to have crazy stuff, I don't think. I caught up on Boundary of Delusion, Borderline. I read the finale of season 1. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't even know what we're doing anymore, but like, I'm still going to read season 2. I just feel so bad. But finally, that little evil one, he saw what's going on and he left. And because you know what? Here's my thing. You're using what's his face for his money. And then if you want to get choked out, just be honest. I mean, some people like that, and some people want to do that. So just be honest about the fact you want to get choked. Who cares? Moving on. Love or Marriage. That's a short one. Read that based off the cover. Y'all can see why, because I'm going to put the picture. Finished season 1 of Can't Think Straight. Don't get me started. I'm pissed off. But yes, I did start season 2. The thing about it is, what is his name? I don't remember. Han Garam? The one who is gay. Stop fucking with the straight homophobe. Please, okay? I don't care that he is dicking you down crazy. I don't care if you're just loving every second of it. Stop doing this, okay? You don't need to do that, and you can find a good relationship, okay? You don't need to settle for this man. And I'm at the part where obviously the straight dude, he can't get it up now if he's not having sex with Han Garam. So, you know, they've cut off the fuck buddy situation, but he's like, I'm gonna make you want to fuck me. Shut up. I want this to end with them not being together, and I know they will be, and that's what pisses me off. And somebody, he owes Han Garam an apology, because the shit that comes out of his mouth is so sick. I don't like it. Moving on. I started listening to The Condemned Villainess Goes Back in Time and aims to be the ultimate villainess. I've got like an hour left. Yes, I love it. I love the light novel. I'm glad I finally picked it up. I'm glad I'm listening to it. I'm moving through it faster than if I was physically reading it, even though I do own it physically. I like reading it or listening to it because it's been a while since I read the first volume, but you know, let me check on my chicken first. Okay, chicken is flipped and chicken smells glorious. I wish I could smell what the house smells like, because it's good. I can't remember if in the manga we get other people's POVs as much as we're getting in the light novel, but I'm so excited to be listening to it because that's what I'm enjoying so much about it. Like, obviously you see the initial like showdown every single time Fermina tries to do something to get people to not like Claudia. We see that, but then we see it from someone else's perspective, right? So we see Fermina's inner thoughts. We see the girl Lindsay's inner thoughts, Virgil, her brother. I would love to see what her dad thinks. That would be really cool to see. I hope that happens at some point, because I would like that. But then we also see the prince. I do think we got some of those, but I don't know. I just feel like I'm hearing more, and I'm almost done. So I'm going to be picking up the second light novel as soon as I'm done. Like, it's so quick to get through it. I literally started it yesterday and I'm finishing it now. And that's only because I had to work today. Unfair, if you ask me. Unfair. I caught up on Mr. A's Farm. What is going to happen next? I'm very sad. Incomplete Combustion. I'm very intrigued on what is going on. I have no idea. I don't remember anybody's name. I will say I don't like one of the main dude's penises. Why is it purple? What's up with that? What's up with the color? You know, because he's a pretty pale individual, and I'm not understanding why his wiener is so purplish looking to the point where it's like, what was that show? Hold on. Remember in True Blood when Jason drank the V and his penis got engorged with blood? We never see it, but that's essentially what I feel like his wiener looks like and looked like. And I don't like the look of it. I don't. And I just want that to be stopped. Okay? I don't like it. I don't. And I'm just like, I want to know what's going on. Like, what's all this stuff with the dude, with his boss? But isn't that his, like, uncle or something? Because they look very familiar. Look very similar. And, you know, he's doing stuff to what's his face. And obviously it's traumatized. He uses him as a model. But then, like, the very first chapter of Incomplete Combustion, it's like, is it Incomplete Combustion? If I'm wrong, I'll put the title up. Now it sounds like that's not the title. Oh yeah, the first chapter. The first chapter is what's his face getting a flashback that he fucked on him. Was I seeing something from the future? And we're gonna see that later again, or did that happen? Did they actually hook up? I don't know. Timeline is confusing to me, but I feel bad for him and I'm really sorry for him. A Crown of Thorns. I have no idea where the story is going. Okay, this is the one where it's the Omega stepfather, alpha son. The alpha son turned the Omega dad into Omega. He used to be Beta because the alpha's actual biological father is dead. And I think he was an alpha. I can't remember. But, you know, the son is now fucking on the dad, stepdad, not related. And I don't know. I don't understand. Obviously, I don't agree. But I don't understand the dynamic. Like, do you hate him or do you love him? Because, and what is it? Like, obviously, he's obsessed with his stepdad. But when he calls him a whore and a slut, it's like, no wonder we have to do that. I just don't agree with that. That's just me. I'm not into that kind of language. And that's nothing offense to anybody who is like that and wants to be called names like that. But in the bedroom. But do you love your dad? I don't really understand. Like, it's very confusing. I don't know what's going on. But I can't even begin to understand where we're going with this. And if I were the stepdad in the situation, I'm running away. I'm running away, and maybe no one would ever find me again. I don't want to say what I might do in this situation, but I would definitely escape. I would escape the son. But then he also has these complicated feelings because he's like, he always wanted the son to call him dad. So the stepson to call him dad. So the stepson knows that. He knows that the stepdad wanted to be a family and he's grieving his actual husband. And the son looks like the husband. Couldn't get me though. Okay, couldn't get me wrapped into that. Hell no. But yeah, that's what's going on. I do want to start the next few episodes that I missed on Get Buzzed. I have 10 through 13, so I need to read those. I had thought I was going to be reading those while I was at work, but I ended up reading something different. Death of a Pop Star. I got approved for that on NetGalley. I started it, and it's a webtoon. I like it a lot so far. So I read all of it, and then I went on webtoon and read not the rest of it, but like I picked up where it left off on NetGalley, and I really like that. I think it's a really fun concept. It's very cute. I love the art style. But the one I'm really, really like, I think that everybody should read this, is Love for a Walk. Is that what it's called? I think it's Love for a Walk. So that was another one I got approved for on NetGalley. And when I finished, you know, it's like the first 200 pages or something. I was like, I have to read this on Webtoon. And both of these are on Webtoon. I'm obsessed with Love for a Walk. The art style is so perfect. I love the dynamic between Pam and Tyler. Although Tyler pisses me off sometimes, you need to calm down. But the best character in Love for a Walk is Anne. I love Anne. I'm gonna put a picture of Anne up. Y'all don't understand how much I love Anne, and I just read an episode where it was all about how good of a person Anne is to Pam, and it makes me want to cry because that is the kind of female friend you want. I love Pam so much. No, I love Anne. I also love Pam. I think Pam is also really sweet, and I would want to be her friend. I just love them and the dogs. Okay, this is all about dog sitting, basically. Pam had a dog with her last boyfriend, and he's a Doberman Pinscher, and obviously, and the dog's name is Bob. Bob is so sweet, but he's not trained. And unfortunately, Pam was already kind of in an abusive relationship with her boyfriend. Having Bob kind of made things, it didn't make things worse in the way it might sound like I'm saying it. More like her boyfriend's abusive behavior, I think, got worse. And then I think it, in a way, helped her with Bob because she poured all of her like excitement and love into Bob. And it helped kind of expose her boyfriend, like how he really was. Long story short, he basically tells her to choose between Bob or him. And she's like, I'm choosing Bob. Bob is a dog. Like, he loves me. I love him. And you treat me like shit, so fuck you. And Tyler is her neighbor. Good looking dude. I would definitely approve if I was the friend. And he can't, Bob does not know how to act. Okay. So Tyler has this cute little fucking like Shih Tzu. It's a Shih Tzu and her name is Tequila. Tequila's so cute. I'm going to post pictures of Tequila. Tequila is adorable. I love Tequila. I would die for Tequila. So he just thinks, my neighbor, she's just some pretty girl. She wears heels. She just has this big dog and she doesn't really care. And he goes to like tell her off because she kind of like, she's not yelling at Bob, but she's like, Bob, why did you destroy the house? Bob, why did you do this? But she loves Bob like crazy. And when he goes to confront her, he finally sees like, oh no, this bitch really loves her dog. And like, I really misjudged her. So they basically come to an agreement. He will help her during the day because he works at night and he will help train Bob. And obviously love blooms. Tequila isn't really fond of women, but and it seems like the dynamic is very similar with Tyler, except his ex-girlfriend, I don't know really what was her deal. We haven't like totally got into that, but I don't like her either. And I know we're going to see her soon. And she better not act crazy and he better not fall for her, even though Pam is there, because I will get pissed. So blah, blah, blah. They're about to go on a trip together and that makes me very happy. That's what I've read so far. Sorry. I haven't picked up any manga, unfortunately. I just haven't been in the mood. But this is what we're going to be like reading. All right. So we're still going to be hopefully getting into those, but I cleared everything else. So I'm really proud of myself. I did want to switch it up though and do like more like psychological things. So I want to start volume 1 of The Flowers of Evil. So that is Shuzo Oshimi. I recently got more volumes of Happiness by the same mangaka, so I'm going to read the first 2 volumes. I still need to finish the Valkyrie Diaries, so yeah. I also wanted to get into Depth of Field, volume 1. I got this, I think, last month, and I don't know, it just sounded interesting. I'm not really sure what to make of it, but I'd like to try it. And then I want to continue on with After God because I recently got the 5th volume, so I need to pick up the 4th volume, and then I also want to continue on with I Was Reincarnated as the 7th Prince, and this is volume 7. So Devin and I are watching that anime, and things are going quickly, okay? They're going very quickly now that I finally caught up. And I'm just the kind of person who wants to read it before I watch it. I don't know. Other than that, yeah, so I just wanted to keep, this wasn't short, but I wanted to keep it kind of short. I'm going to read this and then we'll talk about it, and then that's when the video will be over. But I will be reading some more manhwa. We'll be getting into this and then it'll be over. And I promise you. But tonight, I was really nice. I cooked dinner for Debbie. He had to work open to close. So I am the best wife ever. And we're going to watch Hill House because Devin hadn't watched it before. And I watched it when it first came out. I've been wanting to rewatch it. And we have been, and I've been thoroughly scared all over again. So I'm excited. So it's going to be our hangout night. I love those times. And yeah. Look at me, so responsible. A single mom who works 2 jobs and loves her kids and never stops. Gentle hands in the heart of a fighter. I'm a survivor. Yeah. So I'll see you guys in a second. Maybe tomorrow would be the second, but who knows? Maybe I'll get to reading all of this. The chicken's almost done. Devin should be here, I don't know, an hour from now. So I'm going to try to get reading done. We might check in again, but we will definitely wrap it up hopefully by the end of tomorrow night. So I'll see you guys again. Okay, everybody, hello. It's been like a day or so since we spoke. I've done it again. I changed my mind. Kind of. So we did talk about last time that I did want to read volumes 1 and 2 of Happiness because I also wanted to get into reading The Flowers of Evil. I did start The Flowers of Evil. I didn't get very far. It was very hot on my break in my car. So I did not get into this 500 plus thick mama. But I was sitting here and I picked up these 2 volumes and then immediately picked up the next 2 volumes. So I've read 4 volumes of this now, and I will be reading the next 3 that I own, which is 5, 6, and 7. This has got me hooked now, and I don't know what to do. Now, I'm going to try not to go out and buy the next, I think, 4 volumes? I think it's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think there's 11 volumes in this series. I may be wrong. I'll put the number up if I am. I'm not going to rush out to do that, but I want to finish this series because I need to know what's happening, especially at the end of volume 4. That's not what I expected to happen. We've got vampires, we've got adolescents. Yeah, after I'm finished with this, I want to do more research on the mangaka and like read or watch some interviews that they have maybe done talking about what happiness is supposed to be about, if it's supposed to be about anything, you know, like I want to know more because I'm really interested in this. Very, very dark, very sad, very brutal. I wonder if this is an anime. I don't know, but all that to say, yes, I will be finishing these next 3 in the next few minutes. As I said, I didn't get very far in The Flowers of Evil, but I will be picking this up. This one is also like, yeah, I don't know. Okay, actually, sorry. What I also meant to say was, okay, they're by the same mangaka. Well, this volume that I could have swore I bought but could not find, Welcome Back Alice, volume 1. Finally fucking found it upstairs in a bag because I was going to put it with the manga upstairs instead of downstairs since I only had this one. Well, I am binging Shuzo Oshimi now this weekend. That is what is going to be happening, and I'm not ashamed. I'm enjoying myself. So yeah, this is what this weekend will be about now. With that being said, I am going to be good. I will be. And I still am going to read After God Volume 4 and 7th Prince Volume 7. It will be happening. I need a little palate cleanser. But then I was like, you know what? I'm probably going to get back into The Summer Hikaru Died. I only have the first volume physically. This is Yen Press. I'll try to find a place. I'll try to find where to read this. Maybe I'll get this on Kindle or something, but now I'm in like a weird, like psychological mood. So I will be reading this. And the reason why I feel like I am is because, and this isn't even like psychological, like sci-fi-y, like Happiness is. Obviously that has to do with vampires, but depth of field. So I read this yesterday. I'm so disappointed that the second volume is not translated into English. That absolutely breaks my heart. Now, could I try to get the second volume and then Google translate it? Yes, I could. I just don't think that it will translate correctly. And I'd rather learn another language completely fluently and read it that way than screw myself and Google Translate. But I'm not saying it would all be bad. I'm just saying like the last few times I've tried to Google Translate stuff, like as I was reading, because it's not written like in a sentence. I think I was trying to read something in, what was that language? Indonesian. Girl, that shit didn't make a lick of sense. I really had to, I almost had to make up the story myself. I was just looking at the pictures at that point. But this was so good. And I don't know why I decided to pull this. I don't know. I bought this, I think earlier this month, maybe end of last month. And when I was picking out new stuff to read, I was like, you know what? Let me try this one. And I'm glad I did, but I'm so like sad. Like the way this ended, I immediately was like, I have to read volume 2. And finding out that it's not translated in English was just so fucking horrifying to me. Ah! I don't know what to do, but this was really good. I'm not going to talk about it because I know I'm going to ramble, unfortunately. So I'm going to read the back. Because every time I try to think about how I would talk about it, I know there's just going to be long. And I'm just going to fucking tell y'all a play-by-play of the fucking thing. Which is, I don't know why I do that. Anyway, hey Kon-chan, let's have sex. One day after school, Hayakawa decides to stop by his usual secret spot on the roof, where he meets none other than Kono. Kono is known throughout the school as being hard to approach and intimidating. Some have even called him scary looking. However, when the lens of his camera is focused on its subject, the once scary Kono becomes like any other high schooler enjoying their life. Respect, envy, jealousy, and even an inferiority complex. All these feelings culminate inside of Hayakawa as the two get closer to one another. I mean, how could they not? After all, Kono has something Hayakawa could never have or could ever want. Who wouldn't be conflicted with such a guy by their side? The unlikely love story between two ordinary high school students whose paths coincidentally cross comes to life in Injo's depth of field. Yeah, see, I would have skipped. No, I wouldn't have skipped anything. I just would have made that much longer because I just do. I must get volume 2. I must know what happens next. I don't even care if I have to find someone who's read it. You need to tell me what happens. I'll be fine with that. And then I'll read it when eventually it's translated, okay? I need it. Now, I did receive something else. This was something I bought, so I'm very, very, very excited. Now, I did not check the description though. I thought this was gonna be bigger, but I actually don't mind because when I thought that it was gonna be bigger, I kept thinking, well, where the fuck am I gonna put it? Crisis averted. I ordered from Moonette. Okay, I follow them on Twitter and Instagram, and they posted some Apothecary Diary stuff that they were doing a pre-order for. And I said, well, damn it, I must get it, okay? Because I'll probably never see them at a convention. This is the second thing I ordered. This is so fucking pretty. I'm scared though to display it. I want to try to find a way. Oh, I do have an extra one. So this is like an acrylic stand, but it doesn't have like a base. So the thing is that I do not want to put this on a high shelf and then it fall and it break, which I am very sure that it would. So I think I have one of those acrylic things that you would put like a book in. That's what's going on. Look at this fucking beautiful thing. Oh my God. It's the frog cave scene. I'm very excited. So for whatever reason, I thought this was gonna be like the size of, I thought this was gonna be 8.5 by 11. And I was like, you know, I'm gonna buy it, but where the fuck am I gonna put it? I have no idea. I'm very happy. Yes. But this was the reason why I did the order. Now, I also thought this was going to be bigger, but I actually really like the, oh my God, I was so excited to show you guys. I really like the size of this. Okay, oh girl. So, as you can see, Mao Mao and Jinchi, but bitch, it spins, and my thumb was in the way. Okay, not as, one more time. Bitch, it spins. You ain't never seen nothing like that before. I ain't never seen nothing like this before in my life. Are you kidding me? So I'm very, very pleased. I'm very pleased. And I feel like this is actually like a really good size. Again, I thought this was going to be like, I don't know, maybe like this big. I don't know why. Obviously, like I said, I don't check descriptions, just like I don't check the descriptions on manga. I just do it based off if it's pretty. Sue me, I'm simple. But yes. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm still going to talk about this in the haul because I have a huge manga haul coming up, y'all. I don't know how much I have right now physically, but I have even more coming. I know, I'm sick. I think I might have like, if I were to guess, I think I have 50 volumes in the house that I need to talk about. But then I ordered more on Crunchyroll. because I found this BL series at Second Charles and I didn't have the 5th volume, so I ordered that. And you know, I said, well, why don't I just get free shipping and order a few more things? And I did. And then something else came up and I was like, you know what, maybe I'll just order that too. And I did. And there's like 5 things I didn't order. And then I ordered a volume of Kimi ni Todoke. I don't even think that's gonna get here till the end of next month, but I'll put a picture up of it when we do the haul because I will be talking about that. And oh, I'm excited. Yeah, so you know what? I think that this is a good place to end the video, and then we'll pick back up in the next vlog with everything that I read. I think that makes more sense because, you know, I think we're almost at 2 hours now. I've done it again. I must be stopped. But yeah, it's been fun. It's been a real, you know, I don't even know. I will say this, and I did not mention this before. I'm disgusted and I'm sick, and you're gonna hear it from me again. Okay, it's all starting again. There was no episode to unlock of Hard Boiled Love this Wednesday. Okay, I didn't mention that the time before we talked. It was not unlockable. I'm sick. I'm sick. I know that it's over now because I follow the creator on Twitter, and it's like 130. Oh, that's not enough. We need like 10 more. It should be 140, I think. But like now on Tappy Tune, it doesn't tell me like, oh, next Wednesday. Are you gonna tell me I have to wait a month again for the next 4 fucking episodes? No one's gonna hear the end of it from me. I will be complaining every week because I'm just disappointed. Every single thing that I'm reading is basically on hiatus. Thank God Jinx is back, because if Jinx was on hiatus again, I don't know what I'm liable to do, but y'all would see me on the news, okay? Backlight, A Tree Without Roots. Backlight might come back next week, I don't know, but okay. What else? Love at First Fright is over. I don't even know. I'm gonna put a list of the things that are on hiatus right now, and I'm sick. I'm sick. So the fact that Jinx is the only thing that's on right now, I'll accept it. Oh, I also did catch up on Tears on a Withered Flower. I know I said, oh, I'm gonna give it a few. I'm not. So I need to shut the hell up and stop saying that. But yeah, that was really cute. That was cute to read. So with that being said, the video's over. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys. If you like the video, please like the video. If you like it, subscribe, hit the notification bell, follow me on other social media. It's in the description box down below. And you have a good day. Goodbye.